Shapuzet Buffet 2. This is Kabelo.
I'm Gail.
And we are here at Kaya 959. And we are at the best tea in the city, Take Over.
We are taking over.
We are taking over.
Yes.
The best tea in the city,
Yes.
Take Over.
Thank you, Uncle T.
I'm looking forward to just hearing from the masses. Our check-in question is, where are you at with your New Year resolutions, your goals? And I'm looking forward to hearing, what people have to say.
Me too, but mostly it's Friday, so I'm looking forward to the music.
Yeah.
Just setting the tone. And also you'll get to see who chose, I want you to actually guess who chose which songs, because we are very different in our music interests, right?
Yeah, no, you'll be very surprised, but we're looking forward to it.
Oh, that's such a feel-good song, getting us all started, for Friday. Feel-good song indeed. You are tuned into Kaya 959 on the street, on the air, and you're listening to Gail and Kabelo Mabalane on the best tea takeover. Yes. So can we check in with the voice notes? We've got some voice notes from our check-in question. As we mentioned, we are midway or almost at the end of February, so we want to hear where you at with your New Year's resolutions, where you at with your goals, how's it going? It's only February, but yeah, some people are, amped, and some of us are still catching up, yeah. So can we listen to some voice notes?
Best in the city take over. So far, I'm at 65% on my New Year resolutions. I started last year, I'm in a 2-year goal plan. So that's why I'm at 65%. By only counting 2025, I can say I'm only at 30%. Relationship-wise, I'm assuming someone special recently. And also, I managed to write 3 proposals since this year started. And also, I managed to attend one of the events I always wanted to attend to. So far, my New Year resolutions are coming accordingly.
Top of the morning, you two lovebirds. You know what? For me, for this year, my plan was to eat clean, go to the gym, try to lose some weight. So far, so good. I think I'm on the right track because I've joined the club of aerobics. I'm eating clean, So far, so good, guys. Thank you so much. We're looking forward to the great music. Thank you, guys.
Sibingelele kuhelibhero wasemzansi wola pantsula for life. Mina ngingenanga ku-2025 ngama-resolution. Lezi zinto bengilibele ngizenza ngi-improve kuzo, like i-gym. Ngifuna uku-improve ku-diet, so like ngilibele on the right track. Then via art, as an artist, ngifuna ukushaya more artworks, more portraits, more landscapes, more seascapes. Ngiyabonga Simphiwe Sibusiso Duma.
Yeah, we busy. We are attacking those goals. Yes, we are. Send us your WhatsApps on 0636880959. We still want to hear from you. Malaru, for real. Wow. Isha, you guys are taking me back, hey? Exposing my age here on air. Exposing my age. You are listening to the best tea takeover with Gail and Kabelo on Kaya 959. Can we listen to some more voice notes?
My New Year's resolutions so far, they are coming okay, but I haven't got to that level. I'd say maybe I've done half of it, but it's getting there, and I'm hoping for the best as well. That immediately then I know I'm done with it. But thing.
For me, it hasn't been like whatever I was planning to go from last year, and it happens that the person that I was planning things with moving forward, which this is what we're gonna do, we just went our separate ways. So I'm just picking up the pieces. Hopefully I'll come up with a new plan. It's still the first quarter of the year. Anything can happen, so I still need to go back to my vision board and just do my thing.
Ruami kulo nyaka lona resolution yami beyi-one out yami yabo, ukubuyisa ipeace efamilini yami yabo, kahle kahle efamilini yami akuzwani. Family yakabantwini nje yonke ayizwani. Umama akazwani nobaba, ubaba akazwani nomama, abantwana umama akazwani nomntwana akhe. Iyayithola lento le, so ngifuna ukubuyisa ipeace nje la ejaridini.
I actually don't have goals. I was telling my brother the other day, Guti, I don't have a plan, but I have priorities. So far, the little priorities are being ticked, but angna plan. But ngizabona phambili.
Asobona phambili, sister. You know what I enjoy about this is, at least it's what do they say? It's lit a fire under people's bums, to go, okay, where am I? You know, where am I? Because I really believe we are all blessed with gifts. We are all blessed with time, you know. And it's just a stewardship of that time and that gift. Because, you know, we believe if you're not growing, you're dying.
You're dying, yeah.
You know, so good luck, you know, to everybody. Godspeed as you endeavor to tick off, whether you call it gift, what is it? What did she call it? Goals, priorities, planning, whatever it is that you call, you know, just one step forward.
Yeah.
You know, take that next step. You know, and that's what we really just here to encourage you to do.
Yeah.
Just taking that next step.
Yeah. And you know, sometimes the next step is just surviving. You know, sometimes the next step is let me just get through the slump and equipping yourself or getting your people around you to get you through it. Then if that's what it is, then that's what it is. Just survive the season. But I think all of us have a greater purpose, and I think
and Aritswan, you know, don't look at my step 6 and judge it by your step 1.
Yes.
You know, so that's also important. Stay in your lane, you know, and do you.
Yeah. No, good luck, everyone. Lorna will give some feedback. Ka December. Well, can you believe we're almost at the end of the first hour? This is going so fast. We're nearing the end of the first hour. It's been awesome. I mean, we are, you know, just the time is flying. But coming up is our blind spot. I'm looking forward to the blind spot.
The blind spot on the bestie in the city.
When I met my wife, she already had a son. I raised the boy as mine until his mother, my wife, unfortunately passed away after a very short illness in 2002. Before my wife passed, our boy had already started hanging out with the wrong group of boys. We reached out to his biological father, but he didn't seem too interested in helping us. After my wife's passing, I told her family that I will continue to take care of all the kids, but it is proving to be very difficult. The boy has gotten worse, and now I am afraid that he will influence his younger brothers badly. I have spoken to him, even suggested counseling, but he still won't listen. He is also not doing very well at school. Every now and then I'm getting called in. I don't even have much of a social life anymore on weekends because I feel I always need to be at home to take care of my younger kids to ensure that their brother does not bother them. I know I made a vow that I would raise all the kids, but this one is proving to be very hard. Would I be wrong to tell the boy to go and live with his grandparents? I don't want it to seem like I am throwing him away, but I've tried everything, and I am failing. I have 3 other kids who need my attention. I love the boy like my own, but I am at a crossroads here.
Kinate. Just keep on.
Shoo, why did you start with me? I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I don't know. I feel like just because things are going bad now, this shouldn't be the time to, you know, abandon or neglect the child. I understand that he says he's tried all he could, but maybe counseling. I don't think you should now shift the problem to the grandparents. I really think, you know, maybe it should be a collective thing. They should probably all go to therapy. Good. Maybe he's going through other stuff, obviously losing a mom at a young age. I don't think he should give up or ship him away, you know.
Juliet?
As for ship him away, I'm with Kidney on this one because before the mother passed away in the blind spot, the kid was already there. He was already problematic. And if the mother did not have that as a suggestion that let's send the kid to the grandparents,
that's what I said.
Why are you suggesting it? And if it was your own child, would you suggest the child lives with the grandparents because the child is giving you problems? So I would lead more towards what Kini was saying about maybe getting counseling in, and not just as though he has a problem, because when you tell people they've got a problem, that's a problem in its own.
And they already know.
Yes, Gail, they already know that they've got a problem. So that's my view.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. And I mean, you know, there was a bit of the audio says 2002 that the mom passed in 2002, but it's actually 2022. So it's still very fresh, you know. And this is he talks about school, so this is a school-going child, and so, you know, handing them over. Also, I think one of the things is how old are the grandparents? Can they look after him? Do they have the capacity? You know. And for me, I'm with you on this one, Julia, to say, if it was your biological son, which it is your son.
Right.
But if it was yours biologically, what would you do? Do that thing.
I guess that's what makes, the parenting a tad bit easier when there's the two of you involved, because you're bouncing these things off. Because knee-jerk reaction as a man, when I first heard that, I was like, nope, I'm not taking that rubbish. You're out of my house. There's only one man in this house, blah, 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 blah. Then I started hearing this other perspective, around, okay, actually, immerse yourself in the situation. I like what Guinea said, collectively, maybe everybody comes because at the end of the day, right?
Exactly.
Come up with a collective solution, to assist. So it's not as black and white as I thought.
It's a hurting child.
It was. But again, that's why we need both parents, right? This should also emphasize why, we need solid homes, so that we can carry the load together, because the perspectives always vary and are important in one space.
And sending him my way would probably make it even worse.
100%.
Because he thinks I've got this person who I'm left with, and now you turning your back on
100%.
It's going to be worse.
His biological father is not interested. That's abandonment. His mom passed away.
That's also abandonment.
That's
type
abandonment
of thing.
in a way. And the one thing that he's holding on to, I think it would be the worst time to abandon or make him feel abandoned, even though that's not what Anonymous is trying to do. Understanding also that he's overwhelmed. It's also a lot. Raising kids it takes a village,
True.
That said, though, after all the interventions, though, after we've done all of this,
you stand.
Then there must be consequences.
No, there must be
like
consequences.
after, we've come together, Lilapa, we've spoken, we've tried to implement one or two things, and the result is still the same. Then we've got to come with a different approach.
Yeah, May I come in there?
Yes.
Sorry, Gail. So, because we're focusing on one child here, and it looks like they've been living together for quite some time.
Yes.
And he's worried that this one child might corrupt the other kids.
Yes.
But just because the one child is acting out, it doesn't mean the other kids aren't already affected through their silence as well.
True.
So I think the counseling could be for the whole family as a whole, and not just the one child.
True.
100%. Sure.
We're on Kaya 959. This is the best tea in the city takeover. I'm Kabelo, and I'm here with my ex-girlfriend, Gail Mabalane. Yes. We're going to round off. We've obviously kicked this blind spot around one or two times. We're going to listen to a few voice notes, and then we're going to round it off.
They say parenting is a permanent job. When something is permanent, my understanding it is that you are never giving up. And for the child whom you brought up, this is your child first of all. I think that's where the blind spot is. The thing is with you, my guy, you keep on reminding yourself, this is not your biological child. Try to be a permanent parent. This is the situation that you need to fight and be strong and make sure that you are winning the battle.
The guy should continue to try. I mean, children wild out, because he says he takes him as his son. So I feel like if one of the three were giving him issues, an option wouldn't be to send that child to the grandparents. So it could be this child also is sensing in the way that he is treating him, unaware. There's a difference in how he's treating the three biological children as opposed to the other one that came with the wife. So I feel like, maybe he should check himself also.
Here is a blind spot for Anonymous. He took the kid as his own, but is not treating him as his own. Discipline doesn't discriminate. Whether you are mine or not, discipline is discipline. But he is afraid now of the stigma that is going to be taken upon him, that because this is not his child, that's why he is disciplining him like this.
I don't know, mina ngikholelwa ukuthi uNkulunkulu angeke aze akunikeze umthwalo ongaphezulu ngamandla akho. You need divine intervention kule nkinga obhekane nayo. And if you're going to fail in this one, you don't know ukuthi laba abanye abayi-3 bakuphatheleni. So stick it out, mfethu. Find solutions, pray, and help the child to come out of whatever that is afflicted the child, because of mhlawumbe nje it is your responsibility to keep abantu abafana nalabo esimene abafana naso. Njengoba usasenabanye abantwana abayi-3 abazoma. If kenzakala ukuthi omunye wabo ufesa sim situation uzowenzani? Uzobaleka? You can't, my brother.
Yeah, you know what? I was swayed. I was swayed in terms of the approach, that we collectively kind of came up with in the earlier segment. But these voice notes have brought up something for me now. I'm like, it's not his biological child. I get it, right? And I'm speaking as a man, and I don't speak for all men, but this is what's coming up for me. That there's another guy out there who's this person's father. Okay, so it's very easy for us to sit in the bleachers and make comments. It's a real factor that there's another man out there who is the father of this child. I'm going to come, it's going to happen to me from time to time where I feel like, why am I having to do all of this? I've got my own kids, and they are my own kids, and I have to work that much harder. I mean, it's very easy to point fingers, but when somebody's not your biological child, you're having to work double time to work through the emotion of it, to work through convincing yourself, if that is even a thing, that this is your child. There's a lot to get through. So I feel for this guy. I do feel for him, and that knee-jerk reaction. And not to say it's correct, but I can understand how somebody could want to just say, actually, you know what? I
think what stands out with what you're saying, I completely agree. It's heartbreaking what he's going through. But what do? Do you punish the child twice?
No.
Sure. Do you then go, okay, there's the dad, he's doing already facing that rejection from his own biological father. You've raised him. So he looks to you as his father. And I think, I look forward to 20 years from now when Anonymous calls in and says, you know what, things have turned around, because they will. And I think I like what the last guy said, just pray and pray and pray. There is absolutely nothing that God can't do. There's no situation that is too big for him to step in and take over, in giving you wisdom, in giving you strength, in giving you patience, in giving you ideas, solutions, whatever it is. Go to him, because he is, I think the beginning and the end of all things. And he knows this child by name, and he's got plans for him to prosper him and to give him a hope. So speak that over him, declare it over him, speak life into him, even in your hardest times. Maybe you're having those quiet moments, Anonymous, with family or friends that you're like, this is how I feel. But to him, speak life. Just continue to speak life. And I really believe the situation will turn around.
And the commitment was made when the wife was still around, to walk the journey. It's easier to make the commitment because you're actually making a commitment to your wife, and when you then kind of absorb and you have an automatic family, it's easier to make the decision. I can understand the difficulty of the void of the wife not being, with the void the wife has left in his own life, as a partner. That starts to bring up these things. There are real things that he has to navigate. And as you said, wisdom is there from the Lord and all of that stuff, but practically, he's got his work cut out for him, to be honest.
Sure. Yeah, look, I mean, it's a tough one, but we wish you well, and we trust and believe that the outcome is going to be positive for you and your children. You're still with Gail and Kabelo on the best tea in the city takeover. Jeez, can you believe it's almost been 3 hours?
It goes so quickly, but we've had fun.
Yeah, that's why it's gone so quickly. That's why it's gone so quickly.
Well, time flies when you're having fun. I think we got a caller. Caller, are you there?
Yes, hi, you guys. I'm just so excited. If I was to...
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. When they said there's a caller, I'm like, it's somebody. It has to be somebody. And it's you. Mfundini. Kunjani Mfundini? Ndiyakuva Mfundini. Ndikuva ukude Mfundini.
Oh, wow. Oh.
I knew it, boy. I was like, I'm prepared. When they said they've got a call right at the end, I'm like, it's someone. I knew it. And then once you started talking, I was... Your voice, I've heard your voice
too much
for too long. I've heard your voice since I was 14 years old, boy. Utini mfundini.
He's like, oh man, I really tried to pull such a.
Bozo tini mfundini.
And then what even science, all you need is love. The news was an
That's why trying to prank me and the prank failed catastrophically.
I am terrible.
Sorry, boy.
I am terrible. Yeah.
At least you've been listening. Did you enjoy the show?
Man. Yeah, man. Thank God for the app. So wherever I am, I listen to Kai FM just on the app, which is really cool.
On the street, on the air.
That's cool.
You guys are naturals, man. Gail, wow.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Uncle Zwei.
There's a lady I know who could give you some tips on radio if you want.
I see what you did there.
Nice one, you guys. You held it down.
No, thanks, boy. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sharp.
Lots of love.
Cheers.
Bye.